Hello, my name is Sharon Campbell and welcome to my kitchen. I'm so excited that you've decided to join me today. I don't know about you, but my family, we are not eating out as much because of inflation. It's just so expensive. So we've been doing a lot more cooking at home. And so what I thought I would do today is share with you how I dice my vegetables, specifically either an onion or a tomato or an apple, anything that's kind of that same shape you can dice. And I know this may seem really elementary for some of you, but for my son who's in college and has a new girlfriend and has decided he wants to cook and impress her, showing him how to dice vegetables was absolutely earth-shattering to him. So I wanted to share that with you, and hopefully this will make it a little bit easier for you to want to cook or cut up some vegetables and get in the kitchen a little bit more and decrease your cost on spending money eating out. So let me tilt the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so as you can see, you're gonna need a nice kitchen knife. This is a chef's knife, really a very utilitarian type of knife. So if you can only have a few knives, I would recommend a chef's knife. And you wanna make sure that it's really sharp. And if it's not, you're gonna want to sharpen it. You can get a knife sharpening pretty cheap from Amazon, and you just kind of pull it through to sharpen it. I've already sharpened my knife, so I'm not gonna show you how to do that. But you'll need that. You'll need a cutting board, and I've got lots of vegetables here. So I'm going to start off just with the onion. So you're going to take this onion. You'll see that there's a top and a bottom to the onion. So you're going to want to cut it vertically. And then what you want to do is you can cut off one end of it. I'm going to cut off this end, and that's what's going to be disposed of. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make vertical slices all around the onion, but I'm not going to completely slice up to the end. I'm going to start probably about here. So I've done that one cut. So I'm going to go to the next, move over maybe a 1/4 inch or less, and just go through. And I'm cutting almost all the way down to the bottom, but not completely. I want to make sure that my onion is still intact when I turn it to do the dicing part. So I'm just cutting it like this. I'll turn my onion a little bit so I can get a little bit better at that. Keep dicing, or just keep slicing it through. And then what you'll do is you'll turn your onion around, and then you're gonna cut it and slice it horizontally. And you'll see how these diced pieces come out. So I'm gonna go all the way through to the end. And then when I get to the end, you can either discard this piece, but what I do is I just kind of go like this to get some more of the onion off. And then if you look here, look at that. You've got some beautiful diced onions. And again, this is a great technique to use. You can also use it on a tomato. So let me just show you how I do that on the tomato as well. So again, I'm gonna slice it vertically like this. And then on that half, I'm gonna go through the same way as I did the onion. I'm gonna go a little bit bigger on here because I need some bigger cuts. And it's important your knife's pretty sharp, because if it's not, it's hard to pierce that tomato skin. So we're gonna do that, turn it, and then the same process. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. And then on the end here, I just kind of cut it up so I still have, I'm not wasting any food. And then I can discard this piece of it. So that's how you get your diced onions and tomatoes. And again, I'm not going to show you on the apple, but it's the same process. Cutting it from top to bottom, slices, and then turning it vertically and doing that. Okay. So isn't that amazing? It's pretty easy. It's pretty efficient. Hopefully it's something that you might be interested in doing for yourself. And it might incentivize you to do a little bit more cooking at home and saving some more money. So thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know if you would like to learn how to cut anything else, and I will try to help you do that too. Happy cooking.